Hope that you have had a good day and you are starting your evening on a positive note. I'll be discussing with you today an interesting topic regarding online pop-up stores and the importance of online pop-up stores in today's retail world. We know that traditional pop-up stores have taken the retail world by storm, and they still are. And they are being more important every day for any type of brand, because they are offering brands many advantages on distribution levels, communications levels, visibility, awareness, you name it. But most importantly, what I would like to draw your attention to today is that online pop-up stores are also good or important tools that brands could marry with their existing strategies, with their existing communications and distribution channels, and that could also be good ways to complete or complement their offline or physical pop-up stores. And I'll be discussing with you today, tomorrow, and Friday three main themes regarding online pop-up stores and regarding the importance of online pop-up stores. Yeah, so this initiative is a Huckster and a Go Pop-Up initiative. I'm going to be highlighting the services of Go Pop-Up with regards to their online pop-up stores and the facility of the services that they offer, and how these services could benefit brands, startup brands, mature brands alike. So I will be discussing with you today the theme related to the importance of online pop-ups with regards to offline pop-up stores and how they marry together. Tomorrow we'll be talking about online pop-up stores that could be used by establishing or established brands, and on Friday we're going to discuss how online pop-up stores could serve well as communication strategy tools. So today I'm going to be talking to you about that first theme, why online pop-up stores marry well with physical pop-up stores. This is a good question actually, because many of us are venturing in physical pop-up stores, yet we didn't explore fully the potential of marrying together online and offline pop-up stores. So tonight I'm going to be discussing with you that idea further. So brands are thinking of many ways to reinvent themselves, to present their audiences or customers with engaging and immersive experiences, right? A physical pop-up store is a great way to present a unique concept, an innovative concept, a concept that is very engaging. And through that physical pop-up store, the brand can get in direct contact with the target audience, and it will allow also the target audience to interact, engage their full senses, and participate in the creation or co-creation of their experiences. This is a very important aspect that allows pop-up stores to give that extra value to the brand, and in order to immerse customers and let them draw their best experiences out of the time spent with the brand. Of course, there are many types of brands engaging in many types of pop-up stores. We have seen today an array of pop-up stores that could be either less engaging or more engaging. Pop-up stores that could present the customers with more merchandise and be directed towards selling, or others that are more event-based and are rather informative, do educate the customer or allow the customer to come and test merchandise, or look at what the brand has to offer but does not necessarily sell on site. So you can see that there's this important range of pop-up stores, and the differences between all of these depends or highly depends on the objective that the brand has in relation to the applications of pop-up stores or other activities. There's surely a reason why this is happening, right? In an omni-channel context, brands might decide to deliver different types of experiences, and it might decide to deliver these experiences through different types of channels. By channels, we mean distribution channels and communication channels. The brand today has different pop-up points and contact points that help the customer engage in different aspects at different times and with different types of content or offering. In this case, or in any case, the brand will be thinking of delivering different types of experiences in each channel that it has chosen. So it's really important for you to think that through your traditional store, you can deliver an experience. Through your pop-up store, you can deliver a different type of experience, and why not add on an online pop-up store to yet have a third type of experience or another type of experience to engage your customer even more. So let's go back to our physical and to our online pop-up stores. Today, brands are into that logic of merging physical and digital. It's very normal, yes? And brands do have lots of channels in which they distribute their products, as well as different channels in which they are communicating to their audiences. So it's really logical today for a brand to merge between physical and digital. So why not think of online pop-up stores to complete your distribution or communication strategy and to give it more value? If a brand has already planned to open a physical pop-up store, then it might decide to couple it with an online pop-up store. The first will engage with the customer, will educate him, will inform him, will let him test, will let him ask questions, will let him give comments, will provide him an outlet for having fun, getting in touch with the personnel, getting in touch with other customers, or having fun with their friends, peer members, etc. But then the brand might not decide to propose products for selling directly in that physical pop-up store. Then the brand might give the attendees, for example, promotional codes or QR codes or scannable codes in order for them to go to another channel that could be an online pop-up store, in order to have access to the products, to the collection, or to any type of offering or a product or service that it has, in order for them to make the purchase. And this is really important today. So you see, this is a perfect example between online and offline strategies that pop-up stores could help brands do. And this is not the only case. I mean, brands could be very creative today in deciding how they want to use their channels and what they would like to achieve through every channel that they have and they own or they wish to operate. I have thought of this example as it might be the most obvious example that brands are doing today in terms of merging online and offline and how the merge could look like. I will go through this last example with you. If a brand is launching a new product or a limited edition, he might then decide to promote it by getting the help of social media. We are seeing that a lot of brands use social media and social media influencers today, or they collaborate with other brands in order to get a greater visibility or give a greater visibility to their audiences and to their customer. The online pop-up store might then come handy to put together the brand, the influencer, and the customers together and make the process of acquiring the product or the service easier. Right? This is really nice. It's a nice way to think of things and to get the most of what we would like to propose to our customers through the different channels that we might decide to acquire. So many brands have already tried their online pop-up stores, and you should too, because this is an important value or an added value to your brand. It will help you engage with audiences, new types of audiences, or go back to delivering different types of experiences or engaging with different types of customers. And this is very helpful to your brand sustainability, and it will help you explore different ways in order to get the best out of your testing on the market and decide what you would like to do next. So the process is really made easy with Go Pop-Up. If you want to engage today in a pop-up store, you simply go to the Go Pop-Up website, and you can simply choose either by starting an online pop-up or engaging in a physical pop-up. In case you want to engage in an online pop-up, you just click there, and the steps are very easy. And you are guided all the way through in order to start your first pop-up. And there's always great assistance and help from the team members of Go Pop-Up. So Go Pop-Up is giving today a promotion for all of those who are interested in starting their first pop-up. This promotion starts today, is active today, and it will allow you to benefit from a discount, a 20% discount on your pop-up online pop-up store if you wish to do that with one shot, or if you wish to benefit from that offer during a 3-month period. I'm going to explain that in a minute. So Go Pop-Up is giving that 20% discount to all of those who wish to engage in a pop-up store as long as they use the code between June 17th and July 16th, 2020. Also, I need to remind you that developing an online pop-up store is really easy because it does not require a lot of effort, but however could yield a lot of positive effects. If you wish to do an online pop-up, every time you start with Go Pop-Up, your first online pop-up is always for free. It's really a good thing for you to go and do, and it will help you really explore new areas with your brand. And it will help you either improve the sales of your brand or explore new markets whom you didn't explore beforehand in order to sell your products. Really nice. So the first plan is 49 euros plus VAT, and it's valid for one time only, but you have the option of having a 3-month plan that costs 99 euros plus VAT, and of course you could use it for as many pop-ups as you like, as long as you want during the time frame of the 3 months. Yeah, so if you're choosing either the first option or the second option, you're going to have that discount code of 20%. I'm going to run to you the codes in a minute after I turn off the live. I'm going to run those on the stories. So What does a pop-up store subscription include? Every time you subscribe into a Go Pop-Up online pop-up store, you're going to have assistance along the way when you are setting up. So the process of setting up is really easy and is made up easier as the team will be by your side all the way. The Go Pop-Up team is also here to help you if you need assistance with the creation or the conception of your page. And really, this is an important service as sometimes startup brands might not have the teams behind them in order to create or conceive websites. So it's good that Go Pop-Up would help you with this type of service. And once the pop-up is created, the system would directly create a link for you and would help you share the event on social media. Go Pop-Up also promotes your website on all of their platforms, and this to maximize the visibility of your brand. So not only you are sharing the link of your pop-up store within your network, Go Pop-Up would also share it with their network, and this is very important in terms of visibility. And finally, once your pop-up, your online pop-up is over, the team can also assist you with the marketing because they would have the list of participants who were on your online pop-up. And if you require, if the brand requires, there will be a recording of the session that is also always an option that could be made available. I hope that this info is clear, and don't hesitate to contact the Go Pop-Up team on Instagram or on their website, as I'm sure they are happy to assist you with all of the questions. And whether you would like to go through the process alone or have the team help you, they are also ready available to do that with you. Of course, I will be joining you tomorrow to explain to you on the other theme related to online pop-ups, and I will go with you around the importance of an online pop-up store for both established and establishing brands, and why this is important for your brand. And finally, on Friday, as I discussed with you earlier, I would be sharing with you the third theme, which is the importance of online pop-up stores as a communications tool for your brand. I hope that this has been beneficial to you, and I hope that you would be thinking of joining an online pop-up store to your pop-up store strategy. And I hope that you can think of combining these pop-up stores together, online and offline, in order to make the best out of your strategies. And remember that today the brand has different communications and distribution channels. Might as well think how to reach different objectives through different types of channel in order for you to make the most of your objectives, and in order for your customer to make the most out of your experience. I mean, having different brand touch points will allow your customer to move between your different touch points, and at each time have a different type of experience. And this is the most important thing that you should remember today. So I will be sharing with you the promo code on the story in a minute, and don't hesitate to contact the Go Pop-Up team and to ask them all of the questions that you have regarding their online pop-up stores, and I'm sure that the process is very easy and will be very beneficial to you. I wish you all a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. in order to discuss with you the second theme related to establishing and established brands. And I wish you all a great evening. Hi there. Hope that you have been having a great day and a great week so far. I will be getting back to you on what we have started discussing yesterday evening regarding online pop-ups and the importance of online pop-up stores. So I'll be doing this this evening and another live tomorrow in order for me to really give you all of the insights and information related to online pop-up stores. So I hope that you enjoyed yesterday's live, and I hope that today's live is going to be beneficial, equally beneficial. So I'm going to talk to you today about another important theme, which is why online pop-up stores could benefit your startup brand or your mature or established brand. Yesterday, the first theme covered the importance of the good marriage between online and offline pop-up stores and the importance of merging these two together. So today I'm going to talk to you about the importance of online pop-up stores and the possibility of using them, whether you were an online brand, an offline brand, a startup, or a mature brand. So there is an array of possibilities that would help you enhance the visibility of your brand, achieve your communications or distributions objectives through injecting an online pop-up store to your strategy. And this is really important. But let me take you first on some explanation regarding what a life cycle is and the importance of a brand's life cycle, and how a brand would be able to think of different ways in order to get the most of its strategy and in order for it to get the most of its desired results, especially in today's complex world. So a brand life cycle can have a major impact on the decisions and the directions that it would be taking and that it will take in the future. Depending on its maturity, of course, a brand will be able to have either more ability to engage into choices or select more choices related to distributions or communications. I would say more yes if it has the capabilities, but it would be also less if the brand lacks these capabilities. So it's really important for you to understand where you are today as a brand and what are your capabilities in order for you to choose the best distributions or communications channels that will help your target audience see you better or engage with you better. Why do I stress on the term ability to engage? This is a really important term today, and brands would have to think about the engagement before deciding on the communications channel that they would be choosing, right? It's simply because younger brands could have very limited funds to explore the distributions channels that they wish to or hope to go into, or they have less abilities to invest in more important presence on communications channels as they lack the funds to do so. Let me illustrate that point further. If we put a startup brand in front of a mature brand and we're comparing that to that, as well as we would be, comparing apple to apple now. If we put a startup brand in front of that established or mature brand, we can directly notice that a startup brand has very limited physical presence on the market, and the mature brand has already spread its outlets across the market. This is basic, no? The startup brand will have a presence on several social media platforms. True. And today this is very easy to set up and less costly to do. However, the difference lies not on the fact that you are on social media. It is the difference between what a startup brand and a mature brand can do. It's the fact of having not only a social media outlet, but the quality of the content that you are injecting into those social media pages, and the type of content and the design and the artwork on the page and the level of engagement of the page. I mean, it needs a lot of maturity for the brand to be able to do that, right? You have to not only be there, you not only have to have a Facebook page or a social media page. The most important thing is to be able to create a content that makes sense to your target audience and a content that would be able to talk to your target audience. And this takes time to build. So there's no rush into needing to just be the most successful brand directly, because customers need to get to know you, and you need to be able to communicate that with time. So I am illustrating this in order for you to understand that every time you are making decisions in terms of choices about your online, offline channels, or about your physical or virtual distribution channels, you have to make sure that your choices are calculated and that your choices are reasonable choices. You cannot be something that you cannot do or you cannot commit to. So don't go rush into investments that would not allow your brand to make the best or meet its best objectives. So now let's go a step further to thread these ideas together. What you can clearly see with mature brands is that they operate on different communication channels. Of course, a single line or a single idea or a single concept connect all together and relate to the brand's identity. True, you have to take time to forge this identity, and you have to take time to put in all of these elements together in order for your brand to look at its best. And on each of these channels, the concept might slightly differ between the use of text, videos, photos, a combination of both, or one with the other or without the other. This is due, of course, to the technical limitations of the platforms that you are using or the audience who follows that particular platform. Now, how can a brand merge between these different touch points at communications and distributions levels? Given the limitation of the brand choices, and of course due to the capabilities of the brand, as I have just illustrated earlier, it has the choice to look at channels that it could help it meet its objectives more efficiently and more effectively. And that we have heard of in so many textbooks, and we hear like 1,000 times the terms efficiency and effectiveness. But it's true. You have to think of these things, because you do not go and choose distributions or communications channels that do not reflect your brand identity at its best, and that would not allow you to meet your objectives. So really be careful and make sure that you are choosing the channels that reflect your brand's needs and that reflect your brand's identity and that let you get closer to your target audience. Now, each brand has a different way to meet its objectives, and these could be like different. You have an array of objectives. An objective could be creating awareness or increasing market share, selling excess merchandise, putting forward limited editions, entertaining, testing, trying out, looking at new concepts, getting feedback from your customers, you name it. Now, how can a developing brand, a startup brand, benefit from an online pop-up store? Well, this is the main question that I wanted to discuss with you today. I mean, we understand that today an online and an offline pop-up store could marry well together, yes, but if a brand was a startup or an established brand, would this approach be different or not? So let's think of that together. most of the developing brands have to think of ways to inject the market with less costs, or because their capabilities are shy, as I have said. So they could start up proposing to go through multi-brand shops, or maybe starting as a concession, a store in store, or they could do a lot of personal selling, or do organize lots of like party pots and party pans and door-to-door selling, etc. Depending, of course, on these capabilities, some might hold traditional storefronts but in secondary streets or close to busy commercial areas, but not into the heart of the commercial area as we speak. And we are looking at more online startup businesses as well. It has become very common for these startup brands to engage in pop-up stores, as pop-up stores allow them to have better visibility in order to grab more attention, to go into different areas or test new areas, new target customers, etc. This is really important because startup brands are thinking of pop-up stores as part of their development, and these pop-up stores have been so far physical types of stores. So I'm inviting you to think today of the online pop-up stores. Why not also think of injecting along with your strategy throughout the year to couple up your physical pop-up store with an online pop-up store? These are some scenarios, of course, yeah? I mean, you could always calculate the importance of your decision in terms of what you'll be doing and what you aim at doing in the near or the further future. There are some scenarios, of course. A startup brand can include an online pop-up store to a selection of channels in order to make the most of the strategy. The online pop-up store could be also used as a complementary channel to an event or an entertaining party that the brand is developing or offering its customer. The online pop-up store could also support the brand in launching a new product or service. Why do I say support in launching? Because these online pop-up stores are platforms that could connect the brand reps, and some influencers or experts in the field directly with the customers, and they could chat or exchange or share information about the brand and what the brand is aiming to offer. And thus the online pop-up store would be increasing the value of the project that the brand is trying to launch, the product or the service, right? This is really a nice scenario that the brand would be thinking of, and would help the brand give more value to its projects, the way it's handling things through different communications or distributions channels. Really important point to keep in mind. And the online pop-up store could also help the brand engage with the customers on social media, right? Because as long as you're doing your online pop-up store, you will be having material to communicate on social media. You get the brand's audience engaged with those social media influencers that you're putting on board, and you would make the product readily available for immediate sale. So not only you're giving visibility to your brand through that online pop-up store, but you are also contributing in greater visibility to your brand. I need to remind you also that when you create your online pop-up store, the system will allow you to have a link that you could directly share on your social media platforms, and this also would give you greater visibility, and it would tell your target audience that you are being very active on the market. So to add a last scenario on the list that I have been discussing with you, the online pop-up store could complete what a brand had started offline. really important point today, and it is happening naturally with the activities that the brands have been doing today on the market. Because if the brand had been doing an activity offline, such as proposing some activities, some do-it-yourself sessions, maybe it would have been informing the customer about the functionality of the product, maybe it has been letting the customer test the product, etc. So all of these happenings offline could now take the customer online on your online pop-up store in order for him to complete what the brand has proposed or thought of in terms of strategy to you. The same option could apply to developed brand or mature brands. I mean, mature brands could also take advantage from your pop-up, from your online pop-up store, because they could equally benefit from all of the scenarios I have discussed earlier. And the only difference, I mean, between mature brands or startup brands would be that mature brands tend to pay more attention into putting things in accordance to the communications and distributions channel strategies that they will be offering all year long, and therefore an online pop-up store could be injected along the way in order to make more sense of the strategy. Many brands have already tried online pop-up stores, so why don't you try an online pop-up store? It's a great way to add value to your business, and it's a great way for your brand to gain more attention, more visibility, and it will look good in front of your target audiences, because they will see that you are making more effort into getting in closer touch with them. The process is very easy and is made easier with a Go Pop-Up. The Go Pop-Up team and platform offer that simplicity in developing those types of online pop-up stores. You could just go to the website and choose the option of having an online pop-up store, and the system will guide you step by step, and it's really easy. And you have assistance all the way through if you have any difficulties. Let me give you some reminders. So today I shared with you important information related to our second theme, related to online pop-up stores regarding to established or establishing brands. Yesterday we were talking about the importance of online pop-up stores and how they marry well with physical pop-up stores. And tomorrow I will be talking about online pop-up stores as important communication tools to your brands. So please join me tomorrow in order to complete this trilogy and to give you more insight on online pop-up stores. And I need to remind you that Go Pop-Up is allowing me to offer you a little discount, a 20% discount if you decide to engage with the online pop-up stores from 17th of June to 16th of July. So there's a 1 month period, and I'll drop the promo code in a few. And Go Pop-Up is really hoping that we get people into trying out online pop-up stores, because they are great tools to the brands. So let me give you some reminders. So Go Pop-Up is giving all of people who visit the Huckster page and who are watching me right now and who are interested in engaging in online pop-up stores is a 20% discount. And there are two types of plans. There is a one-shot plan, which is 49 euros plus VAT, and there is a 3-month plan, which costs 99 euros plus VAT. I need to remind you that a Go Pop-Up always offers you the first pop-up store for free. If you take the one shot, then you will be doing one pop-up store, yeah? But if you take the 3-month option, you can do as many pop-up stores as you like within that 3-month period. It's great. And it's a super tool, I mean, for you to venture into all of these ideas that you might have for your brand. And what I wanted to also say is that this is the promo code. I'm going to put all of these information in the stories just right after this live. I need to remind you that if you engage in an online pop-up store with Go Pop-Up, you would have assistance in the process of setting it up. And Go Pop-Up also proposes that you can have assistance on the concept creation if you have less experience with that. And once your online pop-up store is created on Go Pop-Up, the system will automatically create a link that shares the event on social media. Not only that, Go Pop-Up will share the event on their network, which will help you increase the visibility of your online pop-up event, which is great. And once the pop-up store is over, Go Pop-Up will assist you or can assist you with the marketing related to the list of participants that have joined your event. And if the brand requires, a recording of the session could also be an option. So there are lots of good things happening if you're doing your online pop-up store. So I hope that you can have a great experience with your pop-up. So I will be ending this live today, and I will be sharing with you the information in a minute relating to the promo code. But please don't hesitate to drop a message on Instagram or on the website to the Go Pop-Up team, as they are always there to help you and to assist you with any inquiries that you might have. The team is super great and provides a great service and can answer all of your questions. So I said tomorrow I will be discussing with you the importance of communications tools and online pop-up stores. And this will be the last session related to the importance of online pop-up stores to your brand. I hope that this session has been beneficial, and I hope that you have had good insights related to online pop-up stores. You can consult these 2 episodes on Instagram TV. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me or to contact the Go Pop-Up team. And I wish you all a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. I will be sending all of the information related to tomorrow's live on the stories. Have a good evening. Hi there. Hope that you have all had a great week so far, and that you're going to start the weekend on a positive note. This live session concerns the information related to online pop-up stores and the importance of online pop-up stores in today's retail world. I have been talking to you about online pop-up stores for the past couple of days, and today I'm going to end up this informative session by providing you some more information related to the importance of these online pop-up stores as communications tools. I have presented to you a couple of days ago how online pop-up stores could be beneficial to your brand, and how online and offline pop-up stores marry well. And we have explained that today merging together online and offline activities is very dynamic and can help your brand add on experiences, new experiences to the target audience. And we have also talked about the importance of online pop-ups for startup brands or for mature brands. So any type of brand could be using online pop-up stores, whether it was a startup or if it already had a good and mature status on the market. It all depends on how the brand will be using these pop-up stores and how it would be merging them with other communications and distributions strategies. Today, however, I will be concentrating on the importance of online pop-up stores as communications tools. And this is a very important variable that I'm going to discuss with you today, because if you keep in mind that online pop-up stores could serve as communication tools, you could generate lots of positivity to your target audience. I'm waving at everyone and I'm saying good morning back. I want to remind you that this initiative is a Huckster and Go pop-up, and it is hoping that all the brands who are interested in online pop-up stores would go and try an online pop-up store. And I hope that you can do so within the period of this month in order to benefit from the promo code that Go Pop Up is offering you from June to July. So June 17th to July 16th. I will be explaining about that a bit further down. So, why online pop-up stores? And why online pop-up stores could be great communication tools? There are many aspects of online pop-ups that could help you communicate your brand. But first and foremost, what is an online pop-up store? An online pop-up store is a virtual event that could help your brand connect with the target customers through a live streaming session. And during that event, a brand representative will moderate the session, interact with the customers, and get in close contact with them. It can advise them about the products or the services, and it can facilitate the purchase experience by redirecting them to the website or to other brand touch points using a sort of a chat booth. So the customer or the visitor or the internet user will have to register to access the event, and you will be also accessing an online pop-up shopping center, which is really interesting. And once the brand starts this online pop-up store, the customer will get in touch with the brand's experts or consultants or influencers or personal shoppers who will be moderating the session. So you see already an online pop-up store is putting together with a closer relationship, the brand and the target audience. And this is very valuable in today's retail world. Online pop-up stores have become great communication tools because they have also the brand put forward their qualities. They advise customers, they keep them informed about their offers, about the quality of their products. They advise the customers into making the right decisions related to the consumption of the product. And this perspective is to be carefully highlighted by the brand managers, as it will generate value to your brand by getting customers who will be convinced that your offering is the best offering for them. And today, customers do not want to buy products, they want to engage with the brand who is offering products. And this is a different perspective. This means that the customer is going to be engaged with the brand at a more personal level and is going to be spending more time with the brand and more quality time with the brand. So we go back to the importance of online pop-up stores, and not to forget that online pop-up stores should always go hand in hand with the brand strategies, with the brand's identity, with the brand's communications and distribution channels, in order for all of these activities to look at one. You have to make sure that at all times your online and offline activities look coherent and say the same thing, and you have to ensure that the customer who is visiting your online store and who is being redirected towards other channels has a positive and a fluid experience between one channel and the other. The ephemeral nature of an online pop-up store would make it more desirable and will entice customers to take immediate action during a very limited time frame in order not to miss what the brand has to offer. And it's entirely dependent on the brand after that event in order for him to see if he will repeat other pop-up store events, or he will be doing different types of events for the target audience. I'm inviting you to think of the ways that you could creatively engage with your customer by presenting him not only one online pop-up store, but maybe different ones, in order to give them different types of experiences at each time. And this is something that customers appreciate a lot today, and our customers want to be living that type of experience with you. They want to know that you are working to offer something new every time and innovate things and inject lots of innovation or creativity in that relationship. It's really important. So make sure that you do merge between online and offline pop-up stores, and that you inject these types of pop-up stores through your year's plan or year's communications plan. So online pop-up stores could only do your brands good. Planned and done correctly, an online pop-up store could help you meet your objectives and obtain good results. Many brands have already tried out their online pop-up stores, and you should too. The process is very easy and is made easier with Go Pop-Up. The team offers you guidance and assistance along the way if needed, but I think the process on the website is pretty easy and could really lead you into the steps that are required in order for you to start your online pop-up store. So this month, Go Pop-Up is giving all those who are watching and are interested in engaging in an online pop-up store a promo code that started on the 17th of June, a couple of days ago, and that ends on July 16th. And this promo code is a 20% discount on the value of the pack that you're going to choose. So Go Pop-Up offers you two plans for online pop-ups, either a one-shot online pop-up, which is 49 euros plus VAT, or a subscription of 3 months, which is 99 euros VAT. If you're choosing the second plan, you can do as much pop-ups as you want during the 3-month period, which is really good and very beneficial. And always remember that your first online pop-up with Go Pop-Up is a free one. And I need to remind you that in order to benefit from that discount, you have to put in a promo code, which is Huckster X Go Pop-Up, in order to benefit from discount. I'm going to be running these info to you in the stories later on, and I'm passing them here as well. And if you decide to subscribe with a Go Pop-Up, what do you get? You directly get an assistance during the process of setting up your online pop-up store. The Go Pop-Up team also offers to help you with conceiving your website, if you do not have the expertise to do that. So the team will help you along the way in order for you to have an easy setup of your online pop-up store. And once the online pop-up store is created, the system automatically generates a link that you can share on your social media events. Go Pop-Up will also reshare your event on their platform to maximize or to give you greater visibility, which is great. And in order for you to make the most of your online pop-up, you will be able to request from Go Pop-Up as well a marketing related to the list of the participants who have joined your event, and you could also request a recording of the session. This is also an option that is made available by the Go Pop-Up team. So I think that the process is easy. It is only beneficial to your brand and would help you only make a good image out of your brand. Spread the word out there, engage with your target audience, and create lots of dynamics between your target audience and the brand. And you can do that in line with communications and distribution strategies that you have planned for. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope that these three sessions on online pop-up stores have been beneficial to you. You can directly go to IGTV in case you missed the live sessions the day before and yesterday. And thank you all for joining me today. I'm waving back at all of you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop a message to the Go Pop-Up team on Instagram or find them and contact them on their website. So I have tried to give you as much as information about the importance of pop-up stores, why they marry well with physical stores, why they are good communication strategies, and how they can serve startup brands as well as mature brands. I invite you to go to the Go Pop-Up website and find the information related to the online pop-up store. And if you have any questions, I invite you again to contact the team members, and we are all happy to give you the advice that you need and the information that you need in order to make the most of your online pop-up store. I wish you all a great Friday and a great weekend, and I will be making all of these information available, as I said, on IGTV and later on YouTube. Wish you all a happy weekend and see you soon.